All right, guys, let me turn that volume down. Okay, welcome to our first power plan of October. You guys know I'm a total dork when it comes to a new month or a new week, all that jazz. I love it. I hope you have your blank 54321s or whatever it is that you use, pad of paper, journal, I'm not sure, but whatever you use that floats your boat, I hope you have that ready. Ideally, you'll have a secondary device. If not, don't sweat. But we are going to, because it's the beginning of the month, we won't be doing like rate of run or anything. We're on day 2. It's free credit day. Hopefully you've checked your account and decided what you want to do with those credits. So let's talk about that really quick. Do you need product? Because first and foremost, if you aren't thriving yourself, it's really hard to talk about it, isn't it? Secondly, do you have enough product, or I'm sorry, enough credits that you could offer free shipping for 5 people or a month? Oh, I wouldn't do a whole month. $25 off. If you were, was it Thursday? I guess it was just last Thursday. Courtney Good spoke to the teams, and I shared that in all the team pages, so everyone has seen it, or has the opportunity to see it. She talked about how she doesn't give credits on the first order. She doesn't devalue the first order, because if you give somebody a discount off the bat, then they expect it every time. And who amongst us gets a Kohl's coupon, and if it's not for 30% off, we get mad and throw it away, right? So I loved how she said that she doesn't use her credits on someone's first month. They have to keep reordering to earn those credits with her. So again, to look at how many credits you have. Do you have some loyal auto shippers that maybe you haven't? Like I've got one or two, and thank you, baby Jesus, for this, but I have one or two that I don't, they just love their Thrive. They just order it, they love it, they're easy peasy, the whole thing. So I have to remind myself to be like, you know what? This girl auto ships every single month, no questions asked, loves the product, never complains. I'm going to send her a message and say, hey, my gift to you is $20 off this month. So if you have people like that in your list that are loyal auto shippers, or I sent out some messages last month, which I think I talked about last week, just saying to some people who had kind of dropped off, just, hey, I have a coupon for $25. If you need it, you say the word, it's yours. So getting those credits today is always exciting, but then it's what do you do with it? And I do encourage you, if you are in a point where you absolutely need it to get your own Thrive, then for the love of Pete, do not stop thriving. Please use your credits to get your Thrive. If you have extra, strategize. Don't let them sit there. We have people on the team who have hundreds of dollars worth of credits sitting there. And that you wouldn't do that with your money at the bank. You would put it in some sort of even a basic savings account where they get some small percentage of interest, right? So letting your credit sit there is crazy. Use it, invest in your business. When you give your credits away to your promoters or your customers, you are investing in your business. Courtney said, I did this with a few customers last month. I have a couple customers that only order plus line items like gummies. So after their 90 days, oh, their fourth was free. Oh, that's nice. So they bought 3 months worth of gummies and their fourth month was free. I love that. I think that's a great idea. But so you could be as creative as you want. And you guys, maybe you're like, but I only have $30 in credits. Okay, that's 3 people you can offer $10 off to, or 2 people you can offer $15 off to. Like, don't discount what you have there. That's enough to help cover shipping. Tax and shipping suck. So if you can help offset that sum, I think it's glorious. Okay, so with that said, what I need you guys to do, we're going to, obviously we work around volume. That's the business is based off of volume. We sell a product, we get paid in commission on the volume from that product. So I need all of you to put on a sheet of paper in front of you or a calculator in front of you. What do you want your volume to be at the end of October? Now, some of you have enough time under your belt that you know what you've done the last few months. So you know to take that number and add 5%, 10%. Some of you are new, and maybe you don't know. Pick a goal. Just pull it out of the sky. When I was new and I didn't know anything and I had no time under my belt, I walked around the house and told my husband, I think it'll be fun. We'll just sell enough of those vitamins to get a free car. I cannot tell you how many times I said that in the first month. I got my auto bonus my second month. I was too dumb to not know that was hard, right? So set your goals, you guys. Like, just dream big. You want to have momentum, you want to keep going, but at the same time, don't talk yourself out of something. If you're like, I was so far off from my goal last month, okay, that's over and done. I shared a quote on Facebook yesterday that if you are worrying about trying to fix your past, you're going to miss out on your future. And too many people will talk about what they did last month, what they did last year. I don't, this sounds mean, but I don't care. It's over. It's done. You can't change it. It can't be fixed. All you can do is learn from it and grow and now move forward. So I want you to write on a sheet of paper or on your calculator what you want your month to end at. And then I'm going to have you divide that by 31 because we have 31 days in the month of October. All right, so now that you're looking at that smaller number, that's your daily goal. That's what you want to set your rate of run at. So in other words, you want to run for that number every single day. Are you going to hit it some days? Yes. Are you going to be below it some days, above it some days? Yes, but that's your average daily goal. And I really want to encourage you guys to think that way. When you wake up tomorrow morning, I want you to see that number in your head, because too many people are going to wake up tomorrow morning and they're going to be like, well, I've got 28 days left or whatever the math is. I don't know if I did bad math. And you keep thinking, I've got time. I've got time. I've got time. No, you don't. You have a daily goal. You got to get that goal every single day. That's what you have to wake up with. That's the number you have to be focused on. Those of you that are like, I'm so overwhelmed by 4K or by 12K. Well, that's a month goal. What do you need to get every day? And get focused on that goal and wake up with that number. Go to bed with that number. Wrap your mind around that number every 24 hours. Are you going to miss it some days? Yes. Are you going to go over it some days? Yes. But if you don't know what you're aiming for, you're not going to get anywhere close to it. So don't overwhelm yourself with the whole month. We did that math for a reason. We had your big month goal. We divided it by 31 days. Now you know what number to be obsessed with. And here's the hard part. If you do go over that number one day, like let's say an auto ship day sends you over that number and you're like, woohoo, yeah. Nope, good job, move on. Next day, wake up with that number, right? Don't keep wrapping your mind around all these days that you think you have. What is someone says, like, that's the problem. We think we have time, right? You in life, you think you have time. In business, people think they have time. Business is constantly churning and you have to constantly churn with it. So wake up fresh every day. Okay, so I just stuck to my chair. Sorry. On the team pages, the daily challenges are still coming at you. So I know they went up today they started today for the week. So you have those to help guide you in your activity, but that's just a guide. I want you to know what it is that you want to do with your business, and I want you to set goals around it. So I was going to go live, but I hit the wrong button. So anyway, I made a recording today on my team page while I was driving. I did not look at the phone, but I just spoke out loud to my team, my goals for October, because typically I don't share my personal goals. I tend to share those with my upline, but not my downline, because I don't know. I've just always had the attitude that I don't need to burden my downline with my goals because I need to be focused on their goals, but I want to be held accountable. And I want people to be like, how's it going? How are those 4 customers coming, Tammy? So I set my goals today. I set 2 promoters, 4 customers, and I was very specific to the team about what kind of people I was looking for. I have a goal of creating a customer service system that I'm super excited to do. And I also have a goal of getting very specific with my personal social media calendar so that I don't have to question what I'm doing in the mornings. So I want you guys to spend the next 5 minutes. I'm going to chime in every now and then and talk. But over the next 5 minutes, I want you to start writing down your goals for October. If you already have them written down, that is wonderful. Rewrite them. Rewrite them. Put them in your handwriting on a piece of paper. It will change. The planner I use, I have to rewrite my top 10 goals every single day. And I'm telling you, you see them every day, you rewrite them every day. Those bad boys stick with you, and you will have trouble going to bed at night if you haven't clicked off something from your list. So rewrite your goals. Think about, obviously, volume, right? We just set a volume goal. But a lot, like let's say your volume goal was $1,200 a day. That could become overwhelming for somebody, right? Like, where's that going to come from? Is that going to fall out of the sky? take that volume goal and turn it into activity. What action steps can you do to reach volume? Well, I can tell you $800 and $400 promoter packs are the fastest way to get volume, right? So now knowing that, what action step can you take to sell promoter packs? Can you reach out to new people and get them to promote? Can you reach out to existing promoters and get them to order a pack? Is there something you have? So some of you that have bigger teams, is there something you have on your shelf that you could say, hey, you order a $400 promoter pack and I'm throwing in this? Like, are you encouraging people to place those orders? Let's take away promoter packs. Let's talk about customers. What are you doing tomorrow? If your dollar amount tomorrow is $1,200, what are you doing tomorrow to get $1,200 in volume? Who are you talking to? What are you focused on? Are you going back through your existing customers? Are you reaching out to 5 new people? You better be, because you got your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But what I want you to do is take your goals, work backwards, and turn them into action steps. So for example, I know I think I've shared this before, but so for 2 new promoters, one of the things I did today was I reached out to 4 people who are customers who have talked about promoting, and I invited them to be on the power plan tonight. I said, if you're interested in knowing how we do this, you are welcome to be on my Zoom tonight. They're not on here, but I did invite them, right? But that's an action step. I had to think outside the box, like, what can I do for an existing person who has talked about promoting? What can I invite them to, right? We know we can invite them to the Lavelle calls. We know we can invite them to a local, but I was like, what is something else I can invite them to? And so this was it. For example, my goal for the month of creating that customer service system, step 1 was to make sure all of my customers' names and phone numbers and emails were basically copied and pasted out of the cloud and into an Excel spreadsheet. So did I create the whole system today? No, but I had a step to get me closer to that. Shantae says, I invited my potential promoters that love their Thrive to an event on the 22nd. Yes. So let's do that. Fill it. If you guys have thought of one of your goals and an action step that you can get there, just tell us what it is. Help people's brains start thinking. Because a lot of people wake up every day and think, I'm going to do my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is how I'm going to grow my business. And I can tell you that, yes, you need to do your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but you got to do other things too. You got to get creative. You got to get focused in your activity. So for 4 new customers, create a post for Sample Sunday was my original action step I had, but I actually ended up, I come up with the idea and sometimes I tweak it. I actually ended up texting 5 people about offering a sample. I don't know. Just something today was like, send a text because they'll get it. If you put it on Facebook, it's going to float around. Sam says, I have a volume goal for my whole team, so I'm about to launch a promo for an Amazon gift card. Helping my team will help me. Yes. Yes, I'm excited for it too, because I know all about it. Anybody else have some action steps? Help us think. What are things you can do on the day-to-day? If I was a brand new promoter and I said to you, I want to get 2 new customers, what can I do tomorrow to help get 2 new customers? Unmute, tell me, or fill in the chat. There is a wealth of knowledge on this screen in front of me. Throw something out there.
This is what I'm doing today. I had customers that were thriving for free last month, but or the month before, but not this coming month. So I wanted to I feel like things get lost in my cloud, that I have to keep going back. So I went through and I made a list of who my customers were, if they had an auto ship, and then I put 1, 2. That way I could put their customers in there to see who they were that needed to be thriving for free to help them this month.
Nice.
So that is going to go on my bulletin board above my head. And then I also went through, I only have 1 back already, but I put my promoter goals so that they're visible and on my face above my computer.
Nice. I love it. Okay, I'm going to read some of these. Courtney says, go live and share your story. Okay, before I start reading these, those of you that are looking at your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the week, or you're looking at your planner and you normally wake up and just wing it, now's the time. Write things down on your planner. If I call out, go live on your story, pick a day of this week and write it on your planner. When I say do a daily TikTok, so Samantha says daily TikTok will be my goal, right? If you're a TikToker, if you do Facebook Reels, if you do Instagram Reels, pick a day on your calendar and write it down. Don't just be like, yes, these are such great, good ideas. Oh my gosh, these are so good ideas. Oh, love these ideas. Put them on your calendar. Lisa Cook says, go live on your Facebook and talk about your Thrive experience. I love it. My thing jumped around. Sorry. Okay. Sandra says, I'm asking personal customers to share their Thrive story with me via video. Could you unmute and expand on what you're doing?
So I'm setting it up as a StreamYard, and Lanita and I tried to do it the other day, but God love her heart, she couldn't get her StreamYard to work. So then we tried to go live, and then Charlie had come home from just a crazy, insane day, and he was downstairs just, and I was like, okay, we're going to have to go timeout until for a couple of days.
But so you're doing this live on, like, you're doing this live on social media.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
So
I didn't know if they
that
were
way-
making a video and sending it to you. So you're actually interviewing them.
No, I'm interviewing them, and then once they do that, then I'm offering them, 2 sample packs. You choose your top 2 people. You got to go live with me, and then I will give you 2 sample packs so that we can help you get Thriving for free.
Yes. So actually your idea and Shantae's idea could come together right there. Shantae has created the list, and now she can go back to the people and say, hey, you've got one customer, let's get you another one. If you go live with me, I'm going to help you get the sample. I love that. You guys use what you have. So many people are like, and I was the same way every now and then, but I'd be like, well, I can't give the free stuff because I'm not Maria and I'm not blah. Maria wasn't Maria when she started either, right? You have to remember that. Everyone starts new the same way. We all started October 1 at 12:01 a.m. at 0, including Maria. Might not have lasted long, but I know she did because that's the way it works. So yeah, this is good. I need more ideas. I need more ideas. If I said to you, I'm new, I'm promoting, I want to go get 2 new customers, what would you suggest I do? You can unmute or type them in the chat. We got more people on here than I got comments. I want our power plans to be full of ideas. I want them to be action steps for you. I love setting goals. It's like, I don't know, some dorky thing about me. I love doing it. But a goal without a plan, it's just a dream. Like, let's not be dreaming. Let's like work. Sandra says, wear your DFT loud and proud. Yes, ma'am. Am I backwards? You got to let people see you're a thriver. Offering samples, thriving out loud. Yes. You guys remember offering samples. Yes, we have the samples in the cloud, the 3-day deal, but maybe you just have 1 day worth at your house, or maybe it's not the 3 steps. Maybe it's a packet of Move Gel, or it's a couple of days worth of balance for somebody to try at night. Anytime you can get Thrive in someone's hand, you're doing your job, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to get people on to Thrive. Okay, Sandra says, get out in public, take pics or videos, but it jumped, but don't be fake or cheesy. Show your day-to-day. Yes, behind the scenes, let people fall in love with you. Let people fall in love with who you really are. Ronnie says, go back through your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and reach out to those who finally, all caps, accepted your friend request. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, if you're sending friend requests and they friend you back, hello, that's like a box with a bow on it. That's a gift. So make sure you're going back through. Yeah.
Okay, and one more. So now that people are digital creators, some of them you can't go and add them as a friend, but if they're sharing all of your stuff, liking all of your stuff, I got one today that I went in a message. I'm like, I am so excited. I appreciate you loving all of my stuff, liking it, da 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 da. I can't send you a friend request. Can you send me one? Whatever,
Okay.
But I would love to be your friend, but it doesn't allow me that option.
Yeah, that's a good point. That digital creator thing is kind of tricky now.
Hey, Tammy, another thing, y'all don't want to see my face, I promise.
Oh, I was like, who's talking?
Another thing that we heard this from one of our great speakers, and I loved the idea, and I just never took it to the next level. But any of your samplers, any of your current customers, or anybody that like is intrigued, I'm going to start having them send me their picture, and I'm going to go back and start tagging them in my stories so that they have to add it to their story. Like, somebody told us that, and I love that idea, but I never ran with it.
Wait,
and I'm actually going to do that.
Do it again, because I got confused. I thought I was on the train, but I
okay. So say you're my new sampler, Tammy, but you're not confident enough to say anything yet on your social media or anything. I'm going to say, hey, send me a picture with you holding your 3 steps. I'm going to post it on my story, tag Tammy Battaglia, and I'm going to say, hey, Tammy, You go share that on your story. I did all the work for you.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I got it. Did everybody understand that when you tag somebody in your story, it'll pop up into their messenger saying, hey, Lindsay made a story, tagged you in it. And in that moment, there's a little button that says add to your story. So that person could then just click that button and just walk away. They didn't have to do anything. It just automatically went into their story. That is a great idea. I do like that one. Let me see. Courtney says highly encourage that if your profile is not public, go public. People that follow you will see your post. Yes, please. Listen, I know that it's a scary world out there and that there are crazy people. I mean, there's an entire, Dahmer, whatever network thing going on right now, that people are watching. But this is your business. And I've said this a million times, and I'm going to say it 1,000,001. Back in the day, I had a gift shop. Every morning I had to unlock the door, I had to sweep the sidewalk, and I had to pray for strangers to walk into my store. You cannot keep relying on people that know you, that went to high school with you, that your aunts, your whatever. It's great if you have family and friends that are supporting you, but your family and friends are only going to get you so far. If you want to grow a business, you're going to have to get out there. If you have children, you can literally make a post and change it from public to private. So then people won't see that. But if you are private, if you're locked down on all the things, nobody's going to find you. That would literally be like you going to Kroger to pick up some milk and the doors are locked, right? Actually, you may not know how to get to Kroger because you wouldn't have ever found the address because their website would have been locked down. So public. I actually know several people who have large businesses and they have 2 Facebook pages. They have a private Facebook page for only their family and friends, not page, profile. And then they have like their public profile. So if you're super like, no, absolutely not. I don't, my vacation pictures. I mean, I get it. You got to guard kids with every ounce of blood in your body. But if you feel that strongly about it, then make yourself a public Facebook profile that you only use for business. And I would encourage you to use the existing one you have. Well, I don't know. But anyway, think it through, but definitely go public if you want to be found. Sandra says in the same way, go back. Oh, go ahead, Court.
Sorry.
No.
Because I was going to type this, but it's going to take too long. My only reason for suggesting that is because just this past week, I made a sample post and I have a current follower who lives in Canada who has a sampler on the way to them. Had that person not been able to see my Facebook page, we would have never had that conversation. She wouldn't be in my messenger. I wouldn't have shipped a sample to her to Canada. I mean, who in their right mind is sitting here thinking that you're going to send a sample out of the country when you can't sell Thrive to your friends and family, right? So,
yes. And I'm sure you guys have, I think it's a TikTok or something, but they're like, a client will become a friend faster than a friend will become a client. And it's true. Look at Sandra Dilbeck. She was my customer at my gift shop years ago. Had she been my Aunt Sandra, I don't know, she would be here, right? You just don't know. You can't rely to grow a business. You have to grow a business. You have to get outside your circle. You must, and like Courtney's saying, to be found, if you're putting your content out there daily, if you've been writing down all the suggestions we're giving you for Monday through Sunday of this week, that you're going to do this, that, and the other, people will find you if you're public. Sandra says, and in the same way, go unfriend and even block some of the people who do not do you no good. I knew what you were trying to say. Yes, you guys, if you're like, oh, I want to make this post, but Susie that lives next door, she's been making fun of me and I just don't want her to see it. So I just screw it. I'm not going to do it. It's time to unfriend Susie or block Susie from the post. If you ran into some girl from high school and she was like, yeah, you post a lot. Yes, I do. Thank you for watching all of them. But if it's holding you back, block her. I'm always amazed at how people are friends with people who are shitty to them in real life. Because if you can fake being my Facebook friend, but then you can't fake it in real life, bye-bye. Like, just get rid of these people. They're holding you back. I'm telling you, if you got rid of one negative Nelly that you went to high school with or that lives on your street, or, it might be your freaking aunt or your cousin. I don't know. Take them off your Facebook, make room for 10 new strangers. Your business will grow. Your business will grow. Okay. Let me get back on track. So let me think, 3, 4, 5. Wednesday is the 5th of the month, which means we have our first auto ship. So now that we have tons of ideas of things we're going to be doing to grow our business, in addition to obviously our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I want you to get logged into your cloud. For those of you that have your secondary device, if you don't have a secondary device to do this, that's okay. Just follow along with what I'm saying. So you're going to get logged in your cloud. You're going to go into your menu. You're going to go to my team, my customers. Where did it go? There it is. Hang on. There it is. Okay. My customers at the top where it says customer number, customer name, email, scroll all the way to the right. You're going to see a box that says next auto ship. Click that box twice. Now you're going to see your upcoming auto ships and they're populated by date. You want to go through there and look for anybody with a 10-5 and you want to write their name down for tomorrow on your follow-up list, because you need to make sure you're having some sort of conversation with them that starts tomorrow, that either by tomorrow evening or by Tuesday evening or Tuesday afternoon, you can say, hey, your name popped up on my, whatever you want to call it. You can say your name popped up on my reports for auto ships. Just wanted to make sure that you're still good with the chocolate mix that you picked last month. Or maybe you reach out and you're talking to them over the weekend about, maybe they went hiking and you're like, oh my gosh, the hike looked amazing. They're like, it was beautiful. My knees are killing me. The next day, you know what? You mentioned your knees are killing you and I saw your auto ships coming up. We should add a box and move. See what I mean? Like you gotta have a conversation with somebody to know what the heck to offer them. If you're just walking around offering everybody the same thing and treating everybody as if they all have the same problems in life, they could just go to Amazon.com and be treated that way, I guess is my point. Ronnie says, I recently had to block someone that I thought was a close friend. She was just always so negative towards exclamation point. Kudos, and kudos. Because by getting rid of that one negative person, you're going to allow all these positive people to take up that space in your mind. It's so easy, for whatever reason, the way we're wired, to focus on negative people. I will not lie. I had a person that really I can't even form words, made me so mad today that I actually had to call my sister to ask her how to write the letter because I wanted to say things. She told me to take them out, so I did, whatever. But like, I kept saying, like, it just kept running through my head. And I was like, Tammy, let it go. Tammy, let it go. You're wasting your time. You're focused on the wrong thing. It's literally eating you, not that person. Right. So you got to get rid of that negativity. It's going to just open your world up for so much. Okay. So we have our auto ships coming up for the week. I just want to remind all of you that we do have power plans every Sunday night. My team has a team Zoom every Monday night. If you guys have a team, and I know I always pick on you, Sonia, but it's because I'm just so proud of you. So Sonia doesn't have like a large team, but what she has promoter wise, she has them in a group chat. She takes, whenever she sees a product spotlight in one of the larger team pages, she funnels it into her group chat. When a promo comes out, she funnels it into the group chat. When a Wi-Fi wealth comes out, she funnels it into the group chat. She's created an environment where people in that group chat talk. They talk about what products they're using. They're like, sometimes they'll just ask, is something on sale? Is there anything going on? Like that, she's very consistent in taking care of those people. And so she's more than ready for when it comes time to have a team page, because she's already used to taking everything and giving it to people in that manner, right? So if you have a team and you don't have a large enough team that you have a team page yet, do you have a team chat with your active, like your promoters that you can constantly be feeding into? If you don't, I'm going to encourage you to do it. I'm going to encourage you to be in that chat at least once a week, I'm in my team page a lot, but I like to be with my team on a Zoom once a week. Nissa says, I finally got my first active promoter last month. Yay. So you've got her in a chat then, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm so excited. Sandra says we're going to be having, so this is local to Cincinnati, Dayton, Lebanon, Ohio. We are going to be having a local this month on the 20th, and it's going to be a really cool, amazing one, a different type. Y'all put the 20th on your calendar. You're typing, Sandra, on your calendar, details to come. You know, I have dyslexia, and so it's really hard to read that.
Y'all know that I talk faster than I type. So
I know, that's so funny. But so to Sandra's point for the local, so we have a local we do every month. You guys, it's October 1st. Do you have a local on your books? Not that you're going to, but one you're hosting. You may have an event where one person comes, but I'm telling you that one person may be the one person you need. And if that person comes, that's your opportunity to take care of them in a manner of, let's talk about your health. Let's talk about how I maybe could help you. You may have an event and you may have 20 people come. And I know people feel like the bigger the event, the bigger the attendance, the better the event, but that's not always true. So even if you just have like a little meet me at the park Saturday afternoon and let's, I don't know, I don't want to spill Sandra's beans, but like do something, right? Like say, I will say Sandra's had to make smoothie parties before. There's fried bites. Like you can do other things besides the formal on the stage, the local with the microphones. You don't have to be like that. You can meet at a Mexican restaurant. Like there's so many options. But if you're only attending locals, I think that's great and that's good and that's feeding you. But to feed your business, you got to host them. It can be in person, it could be online, right? There's so many options, but you got to do that. So you're looking at your calendar. We've been writing down ideas of things you can do to move your business forward this week. I say pick a date to do a local. I know no one likes to hear that when I say that. Everyone like puts their head down, starts writing. You guys, I mean, we've done locals forever. They will fill you up as much as you're going to fill people up, I promise, for sure. Okay, so okay, so we have, so I'm encouraging you to do something with your team, whether it's through a chat or through like a live on your team page, or whether you do a Zoom or a StreamYard, like something with your team, like be there for your team, pour into your team. Doesn't have to be an overabundance where you're overwhelmed, but at least once a week, check in with these people, right? They signed up with you. Sam says, I'm challenging Ronnie to travel the 10 hours to the local to Toledo. Ronnie, listen, I don't mean to get you super excited, but you're going to know 3 people that are on that stage talking. So I think you should travel. I'm just going to say that. I see your face. And so I have also started from Susan Kaufman down Wi-Fi Wealth on Wednesdays. TJ and I drove 14 hours to the retreat. That's correct. She did. They did 14 hours. And look how much fun they had. You guys, sometimes you got to, what is it like? You change your physical location and it changes everything for you, even if it's for a short period of time. Okay, so Wi-Fi Wealth on Wednesday night. Look for those postings. So Wi-Fi Wealth is a Zoom like this, but it's just a couple of people who we get on, and instead of sharing our Thrive stories about how we feel better, we sleep better, la la la, we talk about what this business has done. Maybe this business has created a new community for you that you now have the confidence and support that you've never had before. Or maybe this business has brought you out of debt, has taken you on trips. It means something different to everybody. So right now, my goal, and I'm going to need humans for this, so everyone listen loudly, at least 2 people every Wednesday to be interviewed on Wi-Fi Wealth. It is just something that you can invite anybody to. It could be a customer, it could be a promoter, it could be a would-be promoter. I don't care who you invite to them, but just know that on Wi-Fi Wealth Wednesday, we are focused more on the business, because I just think that's something that we miss out on a consistent basis. Like, I don't know, I just felt like we needed it. Samantha did one and it inspired the crap out of me. And I was like, I got to get on it and just do this. I just got to take it and run. So, all right. You have more than enough ideas to kick your week off. I hope that you're writing those down, putting them in your planner. Obviously, you have your reach out, your follow-ups, your social media, your add to your lead list and connect with the leader. Oh, crap. That's Jesus telling me we're out of time. Oh, gosh. Okay. And then in your team pages, you're going to have you've got daily challenges. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys, there's a 90-day sleigh going on. There's a taco and I forget the name, taco and margaritas, chips and salsa. There's a chips and salsa. I got it finally. There's a chips and salsa accountability going on in our downline. There is Susan Kaufman launched an October promo. Again, it's all action oriented based on your activity. If you are not in the game and chasing something, it's only because you haven't decided what to chase, because there's plenty of things to, well, oh, I'm sorry. Let's not forget, Lavelle has a giant promo out there for us on top of it. It's layered leadership, you guys. Your upline might be doing something, their upline, corporate. There's a lot going on for you. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a ton of accountability. There's a ton of education. But here's the thing. If there's not a ton of action on your part, none of it matters. So take those goals that you came up with tonight, write down an action step every day that you could do for it. If you wrote on your goal, I want 2 new promoters this month, What are you doing tomorrow to get a promoter? If you said you want 4 new customers, what are you doing tomorrow to get a customer? Like, don't just call the goal out, call the action step to go with it. All right. Love you all. See you next Sunday.